Final question. It's been a great chat, but we cannot wrap up before talking about AI. And it's a common question to both of you, and we'll probably start, Ruchir, with you first, given I know that you are building kind of an AI native cybersecurity startup. I know that a lot of things are changing with AI, of course, overall at a macro level across the software stack, how software is built. Security, of course, is completely changing in terms of the paradigm. Um, as a cybersecurity founder now, who's doing a 0 to 1 now in the post AI age, what do you think they need to do differently today compared to the pre AI paradigm?
So one thing that's really good for people in the cybersecurity domain, right? Every other tech comes, goes, stays, no matter what happens. Cybersecurity has never lost fashion, right? Like cybersecurity always remains the need. Always, if you've gotten cloud, there's cloud security, Web3 security, AI security, right? But what is key is again making sure you have that right mindset to build, right? Like where you're figuring out what is the new attack threat landscape that has opened up because of AI related security, right? And breaking it down basically in two major areas, right? Using AI for security or securing AI, right? For example, like we are focused only on securing AI, whereas almost everybody who's doing security right now will have to adapt to using AI for security, right? Like everybody understands this is not a fad. There is a lot of alpha to be mined here. There's a lot of benefits for all sorts of industries, including security, right? One major shift that I see in post AI security is until now, security has always been pattern based, right? Whether you take early security from when it was like analog all the way now to cloud security and everything, you always look for patterns, right? Either you're looking for even in an antivirus or an XDR or a CSPM or an ASPM, there's patterns that you're looking for. Now, with AI, you're changing that from a pattern-based security approach to an intent-based security approach, right? You can't look for patterns when your input medium is changing to language, right? There'll be a lot more interfaces that work based on English, a lot more interfaces that work using text or speech and audio and image. Though there was a small portion of it previously, now I see a bulk of inputs changing in this domain. So I think anybody doing security, whether securing traditional or deterministic systems or probabilistic systems or AI systems, need to be very aware of the paradigm shift that is coming because of AI, where instead of code, there will be a lot more reliance on language, a lot more things that will be dependent on voice, image, and all that. And one thing we used to do back in Google was AI is nothing but a highly privileged insider, right? So how do you look at a system which is running in your trusted environment, has a lot of access, but could go rogue, right? One thing security is never solved for is that human is the weakest link in your security, right? Now, if you're bringing those human elements into your systems, how are you going to protect your system? Are you making them weaker? So there's a lot of there's a completely new attack vector that's coming up. So there's a lot of things that can be built by current vendors, and there's a brand new industry to be explored. So I don't think there could have been a better time to be building for security.
And then, Buchi, I know you started pre ChatGPT and now you are, of course, scaling post ChatGPT. So, how have things changed?
Yeah, I think the way I see is so AI for cybersecurity specifically, right? We fall on the other side, like Ruchir said. So we are not trying to secure AI, at least not yet, but that's going to change. But we actually can use AI to as part of our own product. And like you said, we are pre-ChatGPT era, but if we were to start today, I think we would have directly gone to leveraging LLM to solve some of the use cases that we have today. In fact, it's almost like I have to hold myself and my team back a lot before jumping into some of these use cases where we can actually leverage LLM to unlock a lot more powerful use cases to our customers, because we are at that inflection point where like we are just trying to get some more customers with what we have already built. Going back to what I said earlier, we are very focused on some of the features, but we have made a list of features that are going to be game changing for customers by leveraging AI. And I'm just waiting for some resources to be then for us to have that capacity to actually start getting on that. But what excites me is, I think in Ruchir pointed, right, in general, there is the input of you are giving, whether with the language or with the voice and all these things. That is one area where AI is changing, and I think it will give massive productivity, but I personally think that is a commodity. I'm more excited about the second part, which is you look at customers' data, and based on that, which is use the word pattern based, right? As opposed to pattern based, whether it is intent or some other signals, how do you analyze this very complex thing? And more importantly, how do you build a product that actually analyzes this complex data and gives value to the customer in a matter of weeks rather than making it like a 2-year product? That is what I am most excited about, and that is actually what we are going to do at Levo as well. If you see, you guys know our product, right? We give visibility at an unprecedented scale by putting eBPF. We are in the data plane. We are looking at customers' infrastructure, cloud, Kubernetes, their applications, APIs, and even end user data, end user IAM, the permissions and everything. If you think about it, it's a very complex knowledge graph. And if I have to bring out some good signals out of it and build products without AI, it's going to take a lot of resources and time and all that. But now with leveraging these things, you can actually solve several use cases like that were not imaginable or could not have been done in a shorter time. I'm most excited about that, and that is actually in Levo's next chapter. We have plans to do that. So I think it's a game changer in my opinion, in short. And anybody starting a company today, they should definitely look deeply into it and try to actually solve most important customers' pain points by leveraging this. Otherwise, you'll be lagging behind very quickly.
Yeah, I think what I'm hearing from Buchi, Ruchir, both of you, it's making me even more excited as a venture investor about the potential for doing new companies in cybersecurity, especially as AI scales from here.